I have all the minifigs that Lego has made for the X-Men, and then I have a couple that I've made myself, like Professor Xavier is just actually a Lex Luthor torso and head, because it's a bald guy in a suit, and I made a hover chair for him. You got Angel, he's just a shirtless guy in pants with wings, and so on. But then a lot of the other ones I've picked up on eBay or from Eclipse Graphics to get some extra superheroes to run around and fight and enjoy. The building itself is Hatley Castle on Vancouver Island, and it was the filming location they used for some of the X-Men films, and if the most recent one being Deadpool, when he goes over and picks up Colossus, that's the building he's at.
Very cool. Now, it's a really big building. Are there any particular features that were like hard to execute or really interesting to you because they were hard or rewarding in some way?
There's some bay areas like on the front where I had to try and like give some slope and things like that. And then there's the corner turret over on the right that is at a 45-degree angle, and those presented some challenges. I'm not necessarily sure that I did the best capturing in that area. This one is at about 1/70th scale. I originally built this one because we had a event coming up at a library, and they had display cases of certain sizes, and so each of the club members did a various superhero things, and I took one of the bigger ones, but it was only what was it? It was 20 by 36 or something. So the castle itself as a one-piece unit is 2 base plates by 3.5. And then I built later the hills and some of the landscaping to work in some of our other displays for the club. But I did a lot of research, again, on this building, and I was actually lucky enough to find some elevation plans.
Oh, those are crucial, I would imagine.
Those were wonderful. And again, it was a issue of I was knew approximately how big the building was, and I was laying a grid down in image editing software, and that helped me figure out some of the basic sizes. And then you make some choices and some compromises to make things work in the brick. The back side, again, there's areas of compromise there where the fountain and the terrace area is actually all a lot shorter than the areas would have been, but based on my original constraints of fitting in the display case, I had to make those compromises. But this one, it'd be a lot of fun to make it again at say 1/40th or 1/35 scale, similar to some of the stuff that Dan Sisklin does. But and that would end up being twice as large, so 4 times as many bricks, which isn't necessarily impossible because I already make a habit of collecting as much light gray and dark gray as I can. But then transporting becomes a lot bigger of an issue.
Everything becomes an issue.
Right
yeah.
Now the main castle with the base, not some of the hillsides around it, but the main castle and the structure underneath is just one piece, and so I have a lot of grid work underneath to keep everything strong. But once you get to that other size, it's no longer possible for a person to pick it up.
Yeah,
and I prefer not to have to require another person to help me pick a creation up. So I would split that into multiple pieces, and it's not impossible. It's just whether that's worth my time or whether another project is the next place to go.
Definitely.
So.
Amazing work, Jason. To kind of close us out here, if someone wants to keep up with what you're doing, where would they go?
I occasionally post pictures on our Flickr page, my Flickr page. I'm fairly inconsistent on that. Checking out the Western Michigan LEGO User Group's website, watching our new show pictures and things like that is probably the best place to keep a track on myself and some of our other talented builders in our club.